Good evening, student. This is your second chapter of health performance management. So, in this chapter, we are going to discuss about the strategies of health performance. And in first session, we will discuss about the uh, performance management strategy in general, and later we will discuss performance management strategy in healthcare. So, first of all, what is health performance? Student, health performance is a kind of process managers use them to improve the performance of the employees. And the aim of this process is to ensure that the employees work towards organizational objective. This we called health performance. Second definition we have strategy management. Strategy management is always trying to create a conducive work environment. It includes good leadership, continue interaction between employees and employer, continue having feedbacks, etc. In general, we have six main type of strategies management. The first is supportive leadership and management. So, what is supportive leadership? Leadership are those people who doesn't give order and wait for the completion. Rather than they start working with their employees till the task completion. In other words, the leadership are those people who always support or work with the employee until he or she are well skilled to work alone or a minimum or under a minimum supervision. This we call supportive leadership. And supportive management mean to say how efficiently they motivate employees to do what the manager want them to do. Second, we have performance oriented work culture. It means to say the environment, the place where effort and success are acknowledged and awarded. There are the place where employees understand their goals and their responsibilities. This we called supportive work culture. Now, third one we have providing trainings and feedbacks. What happened in the companies, time to time, the manager is having feedbacks from the employees. In the feedbacks, sometimes they found that the employees is not working the way they wanted to work. So in that case, they provide training so that they improve their skills or they improve their performance, and later on they will get their targets in given time. So this is the third one, providing trainings and feedback, which is a very compulsory or necessary strategy for the performance management. Fourth one, we have building participative atmosphere. It means to say that in this atmosphere, both manager and employees, they exchange their views. What happened when both are listening each other views? Employees trust will increase. their loyalty towards company will increase, which help to increase the productivity of the company. Effective communication strategy. Those company who have less communication in between the employees and employer and employees. What happened? When we start work, when we start achieving a set target, uh, we as an employee face lots of practical difficulties, like in during marketing, during advertisement of the product. We have a practical situation, a practical difficulties. And if in a company a communication skill is a communication atmosphere is quite broad, so we can share our view with our boss, with our manager, so he can understand the actual practical problem and they will rectify later on. So 6, we have benchmarking. Let me use one example. Suppose Mr. A have two companies. Mr. A have two companies. Company name is B and C. B and C producing one item, which is laptop. Their production size is same, their employee size is same, the company profit is same, structure, financial structure, everything is same. One company or company B is placed in one place and company C is placed in another place. At the end of first year, company B production rate is low and the performance management strategies are deteriorating. But in other case, company C production rate is high, profit rate is high, and performance management is very good. So what Mr. A will do? Mr. A, because he is the owner of both companies and the both company production is same, which is laptop. So Mr. A will set a benchmark with company C and they will find out the positive things from company C, why they are having good performance management, good production, good output. And with the company B, start to find the reasons of problems. So he will use that that solution which he found from company C, and he will use that solution or apply that solution in company B, so that the performance, production and profit will increase. So this we call benchmarking. So student, this is all about the general strategy for performance management. Now we are going to discuss about some key performance indicator which we used in healthcare during the strategies when we are making strategy in performance management. So we have around 14 to 15 key indicators which we need to take care, which we need to understand the importance, their merits, their demerits. So the first key performance indicator is average hospital stay. What is the mean of average hospital stay and how what we are going to calculate in average hospital stay? So in this key performance indicator, we will find out the average time of patient stay in hospital. Second we have the bed occupancy rate. This is also a key performance indicator. And why we are doing that bed occupancy rate? From the bed occupancy rate, we can understand that how many hospitals bed are occupied or how many hospitals bed are unoccupied in a specific time. So we can analyze that in this specific time the bed will be occupied and in this specific time the bed will be unoccupied. During the analyzation of bed occupying rate, so what happened, so what are the merits to know bed occupying rate? Suppose you understand your bed occupation rate is high from January to March. So in this time you can fix your proper management. You can fix a proper doctors, staff nurses, paramedical staffs, cleaning staffs, everything. But when you know you have the less bed occupation rate, so you can minimize your staff ratio. This is how you can analyze that things with through bed occupation rate. Next we have medical equipment utilization. This is very important key performance indicator, and it will directly reflect our finance department, and we can escape ourselves from wrong purchasing decision. Next we have patient room turnover rate. So in order to improve the operational movement in the hospital, we need to know our patient room turnover rate. Second thing, we can understand or we can easily calculate that how many beds are occupied and how many beds are still unoccupied, which help us during admission of the patients. We have one more, patient readmission rate. Why it's very important to understand or to calculate patient readmission rate? Because with the help of this, we can understand the hospital's quality of healthcare. How come? Suppose 10 patient is discharged today, and after 5 days again readmitted in that hospital. So through which we can understand the quality of healthcare. Maybe the prescription was wrong, maybe the diagnosis was wrong. It could be anything. So the more readmission rate, the less healthcare. The less readmission rate, the more healthcare. So that's why it's very important to understand. We have one more called patient wait time. Suppose in the hospitals we have 20 patients who is waiting for the eye surgeon. They have infection in eyes. They want treatment. And the patient interval time mean the eye surgeon, every patient have to wait a long, mean half hour, 1 hour to see the eye surgeon. It mean to say the waiting time is very high. So what happened? Quality of care will deteriorate because surgeon will start fast during screening of the patient. So in that case, when any hospital or administration understand that the patient waiting rate is high, they will plant more eye surgeon or more surgeons so that the patient waiting rate is low and they will have the quality of healthcare or quality of screening. So that's why patient wait rate is very important and it should be low. Next we have cancelled and missed appointment. This is also a performance key indicator and it's a very important. We need to understand and sort it out if we are having issues in cancellation or missed appointment. What happened in this case? Whenever we need to meet a surgeon, we have appointment. Suppose one surgeon have 20 appointment one day, and at the end of the day he just attended 10 patients. So it means the 10 appointment is cancelled or reissued. So in that case, administration must understand the priority of patient, and they need to fix more surgeon, or they need to divide that appointment. So analyzation of these things is very important, because if we are not analyzing these things, patient health is deteriorating, trust on hospital is going melting down, patient wouldn't come back in the same hospital. It means the productivity is going down, and quality of service will finished, because if surgeon have pressure that I need to attend 20 patients, they start screening fast. So it might be wrong diagnosis, might be less screening, anything can happen. So that's why this is a very important to understand, to analyze, and to rectify. These are the important key performance indication or indicators which we need to understand as an administration, as an administrator of a hospital need to understand. Or when you are doing some strategy for performance management of the hospital, you need to understand the key performance indicators. You need to find out if the indicators is going in positive direction, it's fine. If going negative direction, you need to rectify these things, because this performance indicator is directly linked with your strategy performance management. So thank you so much, students. In next lecture I will find some more important things and we will discuss